Hey everyone, for today we are continuing the independent dependent event idea from last lesson with lesson 5. And just as a quick review, we've got two statements here at the top of your handout that say when the outcome of one event does not impact the outcome of the event is called independent. And that was a continuation of the idea from our last lesson. That was the situations where um, something was taken out and then put back before the second trial. So, like a marble was drawn out of a bag, then the color was recorded, and then it was put back in the bag before it was drawn out again. So, those were independent events. They always they didn't affect one another because the marble was put back, or it could just be something as simple as you flip a coin and roll a dice. They don't impact one another depending on what you get with each of the two different outcomes. For the second statement, when the outcome of one event impacts the outcome of another, it is a dependent event. So if we remove a marble from the bag in the first trial and then it affects the outcome for the second, that would be important and something that would create a dependent event. So, quickly, I just want to review one of these problems with you before you try the rest. And here on the left side of this paper, I believe all 9 of these situations are independent. I haven't read them all carefully, so please be careful of that and make sure to determine whether or not it does impact the second outcome. But this one says Kylie has a coin and a number cube. She flips the coin once and rolls the number cube once. What is the probability the coin lands tails and the cube lands on a 4? So we need to find our two outcomes. For the coin, of course, there's only one side that's tails, so 1 out of 2 possibilities would be the coin flip. There's only one number 4 on a number cube, so that's 1 out of 6. So those are our two separate probabilities, our two simple probabilities, and then they're going to compound, they're going to combine here because we're looking for the probability of both of those events. So we need to multiply them. Remember, when you multiply fractions, you're just multiplying the numerators and then the denominators, and that would give us a probability of 1 out of 12 that this outcome would happen. Okay? Again, that's how it would work for the independent events that we were talking about. And again, I think all of these are independent events. And then if we look at the other side of the handout, we have a game board. Students draw a number, and here is the key. They do not replace it. So they take a number out, don't replace it, and then they draw a second number. And we're going to find the probability of those events. So in that case, that's when our probability changes. So in this one, it says drawing an odd number and then drawing a 6. Well, the first thing we have to do is determine how many tiles, how many number tiles there are. And we've got 8 in total. So our first probability would be out of 8. And drawing an odd number, we have 1, 2, 3. 3 odd numbers in this set of numbers. So that would be our probability for the first, and then drawing a 6. So we've taken a number out. That's going to drop our options down to 7 now because one of those numbers has already been drawn. And then drawing a 6. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 6s there. All right. We wouldn't have drawn out a 6 in this case with our first one because 6 isn't an odd number. So we'll take these two probabilities, we'll multiply them together and get 9 out of 56 as our probability. Okay. That would be the idea with those two, just kind of reviewing that again. This is something you've already done. Um, When you're finished, go to the back side of the paper where it's got another activity for you to do. It says that determining first if the events are independent or dependent. So there should be a mixture of those events in this. And then we'll find the probability of the events occurring. Go ahead and complete that. Check out the answer keys in the video, please. If you have any questions, of course, I'm happy to help. And then head over to your practice problems for lesson 5. Have a great day.